Hello everyone, this is Symphony Heart. I am here to talk about one of my favorite JRPGs that originally released way back on the PlayStation 1, Star Ocean: The Second Story. It has arrived in a wonderful way that I'm pleased to revisit this game one more time. I will be honest, when I first played this game, I was young at the time and I do not remember much, but I knew it was a wonderful and grand adventure. This version is a must-have if you were a big fan of the original or new fans that are curious as to why this game is so memorable. When I got my hands on the demo, I was immediately falling into nostalgia. I remembered all the PlayStation 1 games that I played when I was younger. Revisiting this game made me want to go back and play Tales of Destiny or Valkyrie Profile and many other PlayStation 1 games that I still own to this day but would love to replay again someday. Star Ocean: The Second Story is one of the games that has two characters who are brought together by fate, and you can see different events from their points of views. There have been more than one version of Star Ocean: The Second Story, and I do admit I never played any of those since the original was great in my own opinion. I remember struggling with my first playthrough of the PlayStation 1 version. But now with this remake, I am having a lot more fun making my character stronger and allowing me to go through the whole story as fast as possible. This is how older JRPGs should be treated when being revived for a remake or remaster. It is one of the reasons why I can never replay older games because they take a while to get through the story and can be a major time sink. With Star Ocean: The Second Story I never have to worry about putting in a lot of time into this game. Star Ocean: The Second Story has improved quality of life changes and added in new features. These new features are really amazing and they change up the experience in a huge way. The new features in this game may seem like really overwhelming at first, but once you unlock these new abilities, you start to understand what they do for your characters and how helpful it is. I will admit that I have looked up quite a few video guides that elaborate on what all they do and how important they are to helping you progress faster in the game. This version contains the original artwork from the PS1 version, along with the other versions of Second Story. As someone who is familiar with the composer Motoi Sakuraba, you can also listen to the original music and the new arrangement tracks. I have switched between both versions and I have to say that I'm heavily biased towards the original music. I grew up listening to these tracks, and I just cannot ignore how wonderful they sound. This composer has done so many video game soundtracks over the years that I never get tired of listening to these tracks over and over again.
I'd say that was 8 out of 10. The power!
Oh my!
Nice!
Excellent! Claude?
Claude, where have you been?
Sorry I made you guys worry.
Why did you go off by yourself like that? Why don't you ever pay attention to other people's feelings?
I'm sorry. Really, really sorry.
Ugh! Forget it!
We need to get out of here.
Huh?
I don't have time to explain. We have to get off this floor as soon as possible. You got it! Okay, I'm ready.
Claude, isn't that your...
Yep, my communicator. I don't need it anymore. Reyna?
Welcome back, Claude.
Thanks, Reyna.
I love the visual graphics upgrades seen in this remake. It is obviously influenced by Octopath Traveler. I know some people are not a fan of the character models not blending in with the rest of the environments, but you have to remember that back in the original PlayStation version, 3D graphic background was pretty common back then, and I respect the decision to keep it that way in the remake. Moving through the world, visiting the different towns and cities have been very pleasing to see. Enemy encounters are always a smooth transition, and I encountered zero problems while playing this remake. I had a wonderful time revisiting Star Ocean's second story R. It made me remember the time JRPGs were booming, and Square Enix was the king of JRPGs. I grew up with these RPGs. Final Fantasy was my first, and then I moved on to other Square Enix games. I played Chrono Cross Remastered last year and Crisis Core Reunion at the end of the year.
Ooh, Claude! Just when I needed you.
What is it?
Ashton and his dragons just learned a new trick.
A trick?
Here, watch for yourself.
I'm not sure if I should.
Are you trying to say our trick isn't worth watching?
No, of course that's not what I mean. I'll watch it, all right? Don't have to get angry about it.
Super! What are you sighing about, Ashton? Come on, Creepy and Weepy, get moving. And a 1 and a 2 and a...
My name is Ashton. Warrior of the Twin Dragons. Creepy. Weepy. And me. Me and my dragon pals. Me and my dragon pals.
Well, how was it? Pretty catchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll perform this act at the public square and make all kinds of money.
I used to be a huge fan of Square Enix games in the past, but now it feels like a hit or miss with each new game they make. That being said, I'm really glad there are indie games out there who are stepping it up. Chain Echoes and Sea of Stars come to mind. I'm sure there are more amazing indie RPGs out there. I have not had the time to check them out on my own, or not many people talk about them. The well-known gaming companies that were amazing back then, it may not be the same as it is now, but it is why I am thankful there are more RPGs to choose from, and not waiting for the next big Final Fantasy game, or Shin Megami Tensei game, or Persona games to be released. While I do love Shin Megami Tensei games and Persona games, as the years go by and the way these games are being treated, it just feels like a repeat of what is happening with Square Enix. Anyways, I think I rambled long enough about this mess. The footage shown in this video was from Claude's playthrough, and I beat it in 34 hours. I do plan to start New Game Plus with Ranna's playthrough, but I want to check out post-game content first, and take my time beating the optional dungeon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to this game, played the original, or played the other version of Star Ocean 2, I hope you are having a good time. What remake or remaster game would you like to see next? Let me know in the comments. If you really enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, and have a good day.